Two Sheds, Gabby, how you guys doing? I am going to start on a penny hunt today. I'm pretty sure I won't get finished because a couple hours away we have our Wednesday Bible study. So I'll finish tonight or tomorrow, something like that. I do have to go out tomorrow and pick up the coins and things that I've ordered. I did not get out and order as many of the boxes of pennies as I intended to. It's just been one of those weeks. It is what it is. Anyway, let me get started. We got other things to talk about while we go. I am in the 8th row, and this is my first find, I guess you'd say. It's a 1955 D Wheatie. The copper's been fair, I say, and I've got a stack of 2024s. I don't know if they're worth saving anymore. I guess I'm just going to hang on to them for a little while and just watch the market. I have my suspicions that they're not really going to be a thing, but we'll see. Here's a chart up to 24 of how many pennies were produced. And so the 24 is the least produced in quite some years, except for the 2009. And I didn't get any exact numbers, but it looks like they've made in the neighborhood of 240 million pennies for 2025, which doesn't make them so rare like 250,000, which I first read, but it's still far, far, far less than regular production. You know, people were collecting the 29s, and this is way less. So if they don't print anymore, that will be still a plus. If it's the last year, it'll still be a very collectible coin. But, you know, $100 a roll is not going to, I don't think we'll be seeing any more of that. So I read an article, saw an article about copper, still pretty fascinating. You know, we've talked so much about 24s and 25s. We haven't talked too much about copper itself. And Trump just signed, what was it called? A National Energy Dominance Council back in February. Let me go to the next row. Okay, next row. Anyway, part of this is Trump wanting to beef up our copper production. Currently, the U.S. produces, that was copper, about 1.2 million tons per year. And China uses more than 50% of all the copper produced in the world. And so he's wanting to produce more for us, obviously. And the big companies out there are still saying that somewhere between 2025 and 2027, we're going to reach the point to where we are using more than we're producing. And it's going to go up. Their estimation is that, it's a 53 San Francisco, cool beans, wheat penny number 2. Their prediction is that somewhere between now and 2027, that copper is going to come close to doubling. Not quite. Right now, copper is just under $9,000 a ton, and it is suspected that when this happens, 24, that copper will reach to over 15,000 a ton, which is not quite double, but it's not far off. So there's still, if this is true, which I believe it is, it's still a really good idea to hoard copper because the price is just going to go up and you can sell it for more. And now it looks like they're going to quit producing the penny. And so, you know, it will be up to you, I suppose, if you want to melt it or just sell it to somebody else. And I still don't have the intention of melting it. I just want to keep it in the shape that it's in, just like my junk silver. I don't see any reason to melt it, 82. Because I can just sell it, you know. I've already sold some copper by the pound, you know, and I can just always do that. This is like my third penny that I have found that I'm going to melt down here later on, these zinc pennies, and just see what happens. I've never done that. And when I get my shed cleaned up, which I'm working on, I want to get that oven back to use and melting my scrap copper and stuff like that. Not pennies. But I am going to melt some of these zincs. Not that I can sell it, just to see what it does. Here's my third wheat penny. This is the 14th roll. Big old scratches in the back middle of that thing. Looks like it's worn pretty good. It might be old. Let's see. Oh no. Somebody really scratched that up. Golly. Well, I'm going to put it underneath my scope here in a second and see if I can figure that out. Oh, that's awful. So I made me up this essential oil roll stuff. I don't know if I've said it before. I probably have said it somewhere along the way, but I have what they call the kidney disease, and my kidneys work at about 50%, they say. And the doctors will say that, you know, you can't improve it. You can just try to maintain it. But I read where this lady, her father, his kidneys were in worse condition than mine. And she put together this mixture of essential oils. And he rolled them on the bottom of his foot like twice a day for 6 months. And he went back to the doctor, and they said that his kidneys had improved 9%. Well, if I could get it to improve a couple of percentage, I'd be pretty happy. When I first found out that I had this problem, my GP says, well, we're going to try to, this was, I'm sure 10 years ago. My GP said, well, we're going to try to keep you off of dialysis for a good 5 years. I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, how about 35 years or, you know, unreal. But I have been maintaining it pretty good. But I'm hoping that this might even make it a little bit better. I'll tell what the oils are in a minute. Here's that wheat penny I found. I can't figure out the date. It's a shame because it's a San Francisco. I just can't figure it out. If you think you can, please let me know. I'm now in the 21st row, and here's my first Canadian copper penny. First Canadian penny at all, a 1972. The oils that I'm using to hopefully help my kidney problem is juniper, geranium, grapefruit, clary sage, copiaba, and lemongrass. All mixed in about a little container. It's a little roll-on container I'm using. But the person said to take all of these oils and then mix it like with fractionated coconut oil or something like that to dilute it 50%. Today is the 6th of March, and yesterday it was like in the 60s or way up there, something like that. And today it is snowing. I just told my West Virginia friend that it's snowing here, and he wrote back and said, it's the frozen tears of the Democratic Party. That's a good one. My 2024 P's finds is way more. Here's the 2024 P, and that's the 2024 D. I get so many more of those here. I know this is a penny hunt, but I wanted to show you this 2004 that I found in my last nickel hunt. I didn't know what to think. It was just so shiny. And someone suggested it may have come out of somebody's mint set or something because it's pretty amazing. But there's an error or something on the back. And I have some close-up pictures of it. Something didn't go right where it says 5 cents. Something is definitely messed up there. 24th row, and here is my second copper Canadian coin, 1995. Almost halfway through the box. A person wrote to me today and said that they had found, their daughter had just found a silver dime in a coin machine. But in their penny search, they found one of those treasury pennies that I guess you get in mint sets or something like that. And he's the second person that has told me in the last week or two that they have found one. That's total. I'd love to find one of those. That's totally cool. That'd be really, really neat. My 2024s are stacking up, but I don't know if it's any good. Sometimes those VDB is just barely there. And sometimes you can see them real good. There's a 24D, but it's not the best one I have found. I did find one 2009 also so far. There was 2 billion of those, of all of them together minted. And then the 2024s have 3 billion something minted. After taking a little break for a little while and sitting with my wife a bit, second roll in the second half of this box of pennies, and here is a 1993 Canadian. Ain't that wild? 1993 and still 98% copper, all the way up until 1996. It'd be fun to go through a box of Canadian pennies because it seems like you'd get so much more copper. Here's another one. How about that? Oh, that's a nice one too. 1974. Wow, that's really nice. Cool beans. So, after Trump got in office and things are looking much better for the country, it even crossed my mind slightly. It's like, is hoarding as important as it was? I don't know if I know the full answer to that, but, the fact that they're worth almost 3 cents each now, and I believe that article is true, that I've been hearing it all along. It's just confirmation, I guess. The copper is going to go up, and it's just going to make it more valuable. Hopefully, hopefully it won't be a commodity that we use, to save our life when the country's completely falling apart. But it's still going to be profitable, I have sold a little bit, made a chunk of money, and I think in the very near future, if I choose to sell any, I'll sell it for more money. Still, the question is, how long will we be able to keep getting pennies? That's the next question. And of course, that is going to increase hoarding too, for sure. I just came across this zinc. It's got a different color than all the rest, almost a gold bronze look to it. So I weighed it. I thought, well, what if it's copper? It's not. It's zinc, but not sure why it's got such a different color. I'm now in the 8th roll in the second half of this box, and here is a 1950D wheat penny, number 4. Not getting a whole lot of them in this box. After I got that last 12-sided copper penny, I thought I'm going to go check these out and just see what they're worth, because they are 98% copper. And the, ours is worth, I think it was 2.68 cents each, our copper pennies. And the 82 through 96, those pennies, because they weigh the least, they're worth 2.3 cents each. And the 80 and 81s are worth 2.6 cents each. And the ones older than that, the Queen, she's 53 to 79. But even before that, they're worth over 3 cents each in copper value. That's pretty cool. It's zinc. I've weighed a handful of 83s because I'll come across one that's like, man, I just can't tell. And I know that I'm not always 100% accurate. I do know that 100% of the time that I've weighed them, they've been zinc. 2024. I'm getting a bunch of those guys. I still haven't seen a 2025, but I'm sure that day will come. Our day will come. 82. Will I find another Wheatie? Hope so. 3 little dots. I was going along this row here, and there's 9 rows to go left in the box. And I was just thinking about coin roll hunting and where things are. And the country is just 82. I feel like half of the country is sitting on the edge of their seat. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? There's another 24. I got a lot of 24s. There's going to be the first cryptocurrency summit on Friday. Trump is using cryptocurrency as a backing hedge, and they're talking about all these banks getting involved in it and using it as transfers because the utility cryptocurrencies can make transactions faster. Oh, goodness. Gold was at the highest it ever was last month. It's just a few dollars off of that now. Let me get to the next row. All right, next row. Apparently, they're ending the penny. What's that going to do? Will they make more nickels? How will that affect things? And I think the hoarding will pick up. I don't know if it has yet. I haven't really heard from a lot of people saying I'm just now getting into it, but I suspect that I will soon. And I'm sitting there going through these, and we go through them together. And I'm like, oh, there's another Wheatie, so cool. Or there's a Canadian copper, they're fun to find. Or every now and then you'll find another foreign coin. Will we ever reach a day where we're going through these coins, a box of coins, and I say, oh, look, guys, there's another copper. Oh, man. You think we'll ever reach that point? I don't know. We might. We might. That's what we do with silver. That is what we do with silver. Like, oh, fantastic, another silver. Will we ever get that way with copper? I don't know. It's kind of fun to think about. But I have a few people tell me they find the extra V every now and then, but I've looked at a lot of these coins. I've never seen the extra V. And I started out the box thinking, oh, it's, the copper is going pretty well. Definitely get the 3 pounds tonight. But I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of rolls that didn't get the average that I need. So we'll see. I don't think it's a definite. And I do think that tonight's copper will get my next box filled. I can tape up my next 15-pound box and start another one. 82. I got a lot of 82s to go through when I'm done to weigh. Six rows to go after this row, and here is 1956 wheat penny number 5. Just 5 of them so far. 82. I got a whole bunch of. There's the 2024 P's, and there's the D's, and there's the yucky ones that I have found tonight that I'll put in my jar. And here, hopefully, really soon, I'm going to start doing more stuff out in the shed. I hope to get my rock tumbler going again, and I've got a guy that is going to cut some of my geodes in half. I've got a couple of buckets just full of geodes. And I broke that one, and it's really cool. And this guy's going to cut some in half for me pretty soon, I hope. And that'll be really cool. And I'll get my metal detector back out and start doing some different stuff, hopefully, this year. Kind of fun. There's a park just half a mile from me that's been there for a long time. I played there when I was a little kid, and my mom said she played there when she was a little kid. And so I know that, there have been metal detectors there, but it still should be a fun place to. And they have concerts in the summer on Friday nights. So, if nothing else, hopefully I'll just pick up a bunch of pocket change. That's better than nothing, I'll tell you. If I was to find a ring or something, I will definitely see if I can find the owner. I have done that a couple of times since I have metal detected, and that was pretty cool, giving people their jewelry back. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd love to find an old ring with nothing on it that I can just keep. But if there's something on it, it's fun to find the owner. Just 4 rows to go now, and here is wheat penny number 6. 53D. Nothing really old tonight. There's another copper. Oh. I just got contacted by a friend who's going through a box of pennies. And he sent me a picture. He found a 1919D and a 1919S and a Jesus penny. Here it is. I've never seen one of these before. That's pretty cool. Let me know, you guys, if your hoarding is picked up, if you're doing it less. What's going on with you guys? I've got now, how many? 15 or 16 sealed boxes just put away that I'm just going to kind of watch and see. I'm going to try to put away. I thought I was going to get a bunch ordered this week, and it just didn't happen this week. I do pick up a couple of boxes tomorrow, but I hope I'll probably try to get out and order some more tomorrow. I've got about 4 or 5, at least 5 banks to go to tomorrow, and I'll probably get some pennies ordered. I don't have a lot of lights on in the room, but I hope you can see this. That's my top shelf, and it's 2 layers deep of my empty boxes, and I can't hardly reach them anymore. And we're talking about trying to figure out what else to do with them. I think it's fun collecting them and having them. Every now and then I'll sell something on eBay that one of these boxes is the perfect size, so I will use it to ship something out in. But I'm not sure what to do with them. I can't just keep them forever, I don't think, but I don't know. They've been fun seeing how big it grows, but I think we're going to try to redo my office, redo the shed, so they may get moved here in the next month. Right at the end of the 24th row, and I do find another Canadian copper. This is one of the older ones, so this one is worth a little bit over 3 cents in copper value, 98% copper. I think that's pretty cool. We'll go through the last row together, too, and just see if we find anything else. Okay, last row. Last row. See what we find. Then we'll weigh the 82s and then see how much copper we got today. So I heard that Joe Cocker's name has been put up for entrance into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can't tell what I'll put that one at the 82s and just weigh it. Yeah, and they said this is the first time that his name is ever. There's a My third, 2009. Cool. This is the first time his name has ever come up for a vote or bid or whatever it is they do. I'm surprised by that. But Paul McCartney sent his letter of approval to whoever may be, just saying that, in his opinion, that Joe Cocker deserves to be there. Kind of interesting. Joe Cocker sang, I believe, a handful of the Beatles songs. I think I heard one today. Doesn't anybody tell? How does that go? I can't think of how it goes right offhand. Sunday's on the phone to Monday. Monday's on the phone to me. Something like that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I heard Joe Cocker singing that one while that was yesterday. I was at the bank yesterday for my mom. Picking up a little bit of cash to run around with. Donald Trump said that he's going to make cryptocurrencies go way up. That'd be interesting because I've got a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. We are almost done here, folks, and we'll get stuff weighed, and I think I'll have enough to get another box sealed up and start me another one. 1990 something. I've only picked up one S coin tonight. I may have missed one, but I got one. Well, that's a lot of 2024s there. The D and the P and the 82s. All right, I'm going to turn off here, weigh these guys, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, here I go. There's the box I'm working on right there. And it's just like 2 pounds and 1 ounce is all I need to get that one full. So I'm confident that I'll be filling it up tonight. But let's see if we get our 3 pounds. We did not. We missed it by a few ounces. The box weighs 1.1 ounce. So a little bit shy, and we picked up, 6 sweet pennies, handful of copper, whole bunch of 2024s that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. Anyway, I'll get my box sealed up. Guys, I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I just enjoy going through these coins. I think it's a fun hobby. We'll see you the next time around. Real soon, I hope. Airplane.